Can't break those cuffs.
Well, saying goodbye to the SRT Durango. She leaving me. What is really good, YouTube? It's your boy Shaka252 back with another video, man. So in the beginning of the video, you heard the infamous whine. You heard the infamous supercharger whine, bro. So yeah. So I traded my 2018 SRT Durango that was fully loaded, of course. I traded it. No, I'm sorry. I didn't trade it. I sold it. I sold that Durango. A guy out in, ooh, that thing sound good. I traded it to a guy out in Tennessee. He buys used vehicles, and he offered me $4 grand more than what the dealership was going to offer me for the Durango. So yeah, as you can see, I'm in the 2021 Hellcat Durango. Finally got it. It's been an extremely long wait. I actually ordered this Durango in January.
My nigga.
I didn't say anything. I threw out hints to a few people. I left a few breadcrumbs. You know what I mean? Give you hints on what I was planning to do. But the only reason why I legit pulled the trigger and ordered this Durango is because shouts out to SRT Mush.
Someone needs to take this man to a mental institute.
SRT Mush put me onto a dealership out in Tennessee, out in Franklin, Tennessee, and they weren't going to mark up the price. They charged me MSRP for the Durango, because originally I had already made up my mind. I was gonna put twin turbos on the SRT Durango, but I decided to, along with my wife, you know what I'm saying? My wife was really the one that was like, you know what? Don't waste money on twin turbos on the SRT Durango, because then you're gonna be kicking yourself that you didn't get the very rare Hellcat Durango. So she basically gave me the green light to go ahead and do it. Absolutely love it. I love black vehicles, but I don't love the time and energy that you have to put into cleaning the black. You know what I'm saying? If you have for those of you that have a black vehicle, you absolutely know what I'm talking about, because this is definitely a pain to clean this thing. I want to say I'm absolutely speechless, man, because of the power of this thing. The power of the SRT Durango and the power of this SRT Hellcat is like, man, it's night and day. Of course, I know it's due to the supercharger, but the way Dodge redesigned its interior, as soon as I sat in the vehicle and I got the seats, of course I didn't get the red leather seats. I've been there and done that. So I wanted to do all black, and I'm absolutely loving it. It's only two things. It's only about two things I don't like. I'm not gonna say I hate, but two things that I don't like about the Durango is, First thing is how glitchy the U-connect is, and the second thing is where your four-way flashers are. It's like, maybe it's because I got bear paws or something, but where they put this freaking four-way flasher, your hazard lights, I hit it all the time. Like when I reach down, I'm always hitting the hazard lights. But outside of that, it's really hard to find anything wrong with it. I'm not going to complain about the gas mileage because I knew what I was getting into when I got this one. And on top of that, the SRT Durango was not forgiving either. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, for the majority of the time, I rode around this in eco mode. I had to ride around in eco in the SRT Durango because that SRT Durango, it was horrible on gas also. This thing is decent on gas if you stay in eco mode. I actually got it up. I kept it in eco ever since I picked it up from the dealership. Every now and then I will put it in track. I actually just put it back in eco just now. From my travels, you know, the 2 up and downs I did to Franklin, Tennessee, which is about 2.5 hours away from my house, I averaged like 18 miles to the gallon. And that's actually really damn good because I couldn't even hit that number in the SRT Durango. This thing is an absolute beast, like flat out. I'm keeping myself reserved in this video because I don't want to try to overhype anybody, but the hype is real. The hype is real. This thing exceeded my expectations. Yeah, I'm going to do a more in-depth review of the Durango, man. If you can see, I didn't get the extra storage in the rear for the people in the rear. I didn't do that storage compartment because I noticed in the SRT Durango it got in the way. That's all I can really say. It got in the way. At times I wish I didn't have that thing in the middle, that storage, basically armrest. It was convenient to a certain extent, but at the same time, I could have done without it. So, man, this is definitely like the highlight of getting this Hellcat Durango. And I'm about to show you guys. Where's the camera? There it is. It says this vehicle was built especially for it. That's right, man. They had it laminated for me, and I guess I can show you guys. Base was 80,995. The few things, the optional equipment that I got, it brought it to 83. I don't know if you guys can see it. 83,380. So with my Durango, I didn't want all the extra crap because I knew it was going to be nice on the inside regardless of how I built this thing. I just wanted a motor. For this Durango, after like the $2,000 deposit and the veterans discount, and the $2,000 deposit I made back in January, man, I wish I had that paperwork in here. It's somewhere in here, but the grand total came out to $81,490. So I paid $81,490 for the Hellcat Durango. I did put some down on it, so I'm not, you know what I mean, I'm not paying a payment for $81,000. So I was blessed enough to be able to sell my 2018 SRT Durango, and you know, I wasn't upside down in it, and I took that extra cheese, part of that extra cheese I put down on this one, to be a little bit easier on the car payments, you know what I'm saying? So, because as you know, I'm still paying on the SCAT. I think I have about a year. I got right at a year left on the SCAT, and I'll be done paying for that. And with this one, you know, the bottom price came out, I think it was $81,490. I'm gonna double check that for you guys. This video isn't gonna be that exciting because, of course, man, we've been getting hit with rain like crazy. But I hadn't made a video in so long, and I went live on Instagram last Friday night. I was really hyped. I think I just felt it humbled me, man, because I was just like a lot of people. I was I was a huge fan of the Hellcat, and when I first got into the Dodge world in 2015, I was thinking SRT8. I got to get an SRT8. Nate mentioned Scat Pack, and I never heard of it before, and that was the beginning of it. So I went after a Scat, but then I saw Hellcats, and I wanted a Hellcat, but it wasn't realistic for my financial situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you in my old videos, I had an old First Sergeant. First Sergeant Polite always says, do what you can afford. And at that time, I could not afford a Hellcat. So what I could afford, and what I did was I fixed my credit to a point where I can get a Scat, and I continue to work on my credit. You know what I mean? Until I got to man, this been a few years in the making, bro. This been, you know, even before 2015, you know, I wanted more. I've never owned anything like this before ever in my life, and the fact that, you know, I got two of them at my luxury, and I got a crib, you know what I mean? It's, you know, I'm very humbled by it, man, because even though I have a Hellcat, I'm still a fan of it. Like, the reactions I would have, the same reactions I had when I would watch like Racer X or RP Productions or SRT Mush. I would watch those guys' videos, and they just be, you know, hearing that supercharging whine. I'm just like, oh my God, I do that in my own truck. Like, it's mine, and I still do that. You know what I mean? I'm humble. I'm so humbled by it, man. But, you know, I'm just doing what I can. I'm not gonna hold back, because time waits for no man. So I'm gonna, anything I can obtain and do while I'm here, everything I do, people think I'm just doing it just because. I'm doing it to kind of set an example in a certain way that it, you know, you can obtain things that you really want. Man, if it's something that you want, it can be done. I'm not gonna say I'm the prime example, but I am one of those examples of, I used to be the person on the other side of this camera, like sitting up all night watching Tall Guy, man, watching Tall Guy, RP, and all these guys, man, just watching their videos over and over and over and over. Just like, man, I want that. I want to obtain that. So I made it my goal, and I'm gonna cut this video short, but I want to say the way I function is that if I have a goal in mind, I don't tell people. You know what I'm saying? I don't, if like with this Hellcat Durango, when I was plotting on getting this Hellcat Durango, I didn't tell anybody but my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type that you won't know my plan until I've already executed the plan. So like the plan I had for my car, going crazy with the wrap and the wide body kit, that was all up here. And then I think some people take my tactics in a different way, as like I don't know, I don't want to say shady. I don't know how it could be shady, but I just don't talk about my plans. You know what I mean? If I got something I want to come up with, if I have a plan, I feel like it gets ruined if I tell every step of the way. But if you do know me, you know that once I execute the plan, I'm going to give you a full length freaking PowerPoint thesis statement on what I did and how I did it from beginning to end. Where I got my wheels, who designed my wrap, who installed my wrap, where did I get the wide body kit from. Everything I do, I tell people. I don't hold anything back. The only time I'm reserved is when I'm actually going through the steps, because I don't want to ruin it. I appreciate every last one of you guys for checking me out. I got a lot more content, and I did say on my old video I had something big coming, and this is one of the things, one of the big things. I got 2 other things I'm working on, but that's all I got. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the Durango, man. And before I go, I told a few people, I feel like another purpose of me getting this Hellcat Durango is to show that you don't have to be a CJ on 32s or a SRT Bree or a tall guy. You don't have to have their status to obtain the same things that they have. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is everybody can do it. Anybody, if you put your mind to it, you get your hustle together, get on your grizzly bear, get on your grizzly, you can do it. And I guess I'm just showing like the little guys can do it too, and without being a big time YouTuber, because I'm far from being a big time YouTuber. But that's all I got. Y'all stay true to the game, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.
Shaka on the beats. Shaka on the beats. Shaka.